Hi, everybody. Welcome to the May 2022 monthly energy forecast. We're a day late and a dollar short. Yeah, the energy forecast date ended up being on a Sunday in the Mercury retrograde. So I hope you guys don't mind that we are just a little bit delayed, which is, normal in Mercury retrograde season. Plus, I've decided I'm in the mood for a vacation, but my vacation right now is looking at photos and travel and leisure of vacations, of beaches. And so I put my hat on that says, beach hair, don't care. And that's pretty much where things are going in this lovely retrograde. I'm just sitting here and look, that's the vacation right now, is looking at pictures of vacations and feeling like maybe I'm there. So, you guys, it's been a crazy couple weeks. So if you're feeling like you just can't handle anymore, sorry about the lighting too. We have a lot of lighting coming in here. I tried to fix it so I look a little dark, but hopefully you just care about the information and not about seeing me and my lovely beach hair don't care splendor. All right. So before we get into the day to day of May, until May 16th to June 15th, we're going to talk about being in eclipse season because um, this is a really crazy time where a lot is coming up for you, um, that you need to let go of. It's all about loosening your grip on the things that you need to release and let go. And it is going to really, if you haven't started to feel it, which I'm sure a lot of you have, that stuff internally inside, the things that have been bothering you the past 10 years, whether it be with your relationships, your job, major decisions, patterns, especially cycles and patterns, um, things that you haven't been able to really let go, resentments, big one, anger, old grief. Um, these things are coming up in like, I mean, you just don't have a break. So you're getting triggered by a lot of external things right now, and it's causing you to feel like you're on a little bit of a roller coaster. So I just want to talk about the eclipse season that we're in, and usually eclipses herald endings, immediate endings, and new beginnings. Um, but you kind of can't take your backpack with you up the new mountain, or if you're kind of being free and going in a new direction, you kind of can't take all this stuff with you. So either you're going to stay in the old vibration and you're going to learn the lesson again. It's kind of like a merry-go-round, going to go around again, or you're going to really trust the faith in the universe. And, a lot of people that are ready for that new step in their lives, you're going to find that people are just going to show up in your life. You're going to be attracting the people. Your spirit guides are sending people, your loved ones on the other side, God, sending people into your life to kind of up level and to help you to do that. You can, like a lot of people will tell you, you have the free will to take the direction or not. Um, but the universe is going to present you, coming up, if it hasn't already, with weird situations of you getting insight, enlightenment, or the opportunity to let go of things that no longer serve you. So this is going to be an intense time. This is going to be an emotional time for you. And this is going to be a testing time. Like, are you ready? Are you ready to take that next step into a new life? This is big death and rebirth cycle, big. But you can't stay in limbo. So the universe is going to put the opportunities out there for you to take the necessary actions. And it's not like, hey, I'm going to open the door, walk through it, kind of look back, keep that door open and keep the new door open. It's going to be like you need to trust before seeing what that new door has opened for you. It's kind of like, I don't know, was it The Price is Right? I'm not sure where they had the showcase showdown. I haven't watched it in so long, but like you kind of had to decide whether you want to take the money or what was behind the curtain. And a lot of people, you hope something better is behind the curtain or door number 1, 2, or 3. You kind of can't see that before deciding whether you're going to let go of the money to go for what's behind the curtain, right? It's kind of like it could be $1 million and it could be a pig farm. I don't know why I just came up with that. But it's kind of like we all want guarantees for letting go of what's comfortable, of our, especially right now, your resentments, your anger, your old grief, or things that really aren't helping you to move forward in your life. So, we're just going to talk a little bit about the eclipse season. Um, the last 2 weeks, the solar eclipse on April 30th. So, there was a solar eclipse. So, if you think 2 weeks before that solar eclipse, this energy started to come in, the intensities. Um, People that weren't ready to like up level on the earth and their missions were done, probably left in the past month or so. Um, it just that solar eclipse brought up a lot of newfound feelings centered around comfort, your security, your stability. Um, but that was only the tip of the iceberg. And that was a lot. Relationships are really tested right now because internally everybody is kind of like experiencing inner turbulence and either projecting it onto their partner or onto the people around them or their families because they're so uncomfortable. They want relief and thinking it's about other people, but really it's about you. Um, Now, this is the final eclipse of spring today. Um, it's going to bring many new things to light that have previously been hidden internally or externally. So now you're having the intensity. And in addition, hard truths are going to be coming up very soon for a lot of you. Things that you may not have wanted to see, um, things that maybe you weren't ready to see, are things that were going to be revealed to you that you have to deal with or work through on a emotional level. A lot of this. Um, and it might be that hard truths that you kind of intuitively already knew um, are kind of like really made very clear during this time. The spiritual meaning of the May 2022 red moon total lunar eclipse is all about letting go of anything that already expired in your life. So it's not about letting go of things that you're dealing with. It's letting go of things that already expired in your life. And it's just time you've been holding on to them. Um, so it's safe to say that we're ending things this spring on a very intense note. And you know that when I do these energy forecasts, some things can be dark, some things can be bright. But at the end of the day, you have to go through the darkness. You have to go through the shadow to get to the light. And so this is all in all a good thing if you're able to finally let go. So what is an eclipse? Okay, an eclipse. An eclipse takes place when one of the luminaries is being eclipsed. Okay, so the moon blocks the sun's rays from reaching the earth during a solar eclipse, and the earth blocks the sun's rays from reaching the moon during a lunar eclipse. So lunar eclipses, which is here right now, in particular, tend to have more of an emotional toll on us because it's similar to a full moon, which you know how the full moon affects people. And the sun and moon are in exact opposite signs, and it also marks the end of a 28-day lunar cycle. One second. I just have to look at something. It's really right now, it's making it challenging for you to open up about the heavy feelings inside of you that are being harbored. So all I could say to you is that it may appear that other people in your life are a problem because they're not giving you that relief that you're looking for or taking away the pain that's coming up. And that's why you've distracted yourself for so many years and taken the spotlight off of you if you're codependent, like a lot of us are, and try to fix other people or get involved with people that are projects to fix. We don't have to look at ourselves. But now, fortunately and unfortunately, because of the feelings that are going to be coming up, you're going to have to turn the spotlight on you. Um, so there's heavy feelings, and eclipses tend to coincide with great endings. So this eclipse is about releasing the intense feelings you've been clinging on to. When is the May 2022 super flower blood moon? It's called super flower blood moon eclipse. So it's going to be taking place on May 15th, yesterday, from 11:29 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to 12:53 a.m. on May 16th, with a peak time of 12:15 a.m. when the sun is fixed, grounded sign of Taurus exactly opposes Scorpio. So as this takes place, the house Scorpio rules in your birth chart will be illuminated, asking you consider what you've been holding on to this area and why. Scorpios, Tauruses, you're going to have a hard time. You guys, out of anyone in the signs, especially Taurus, you guys have fixed ideas, okay, and opinions. That's like, this is right. This is what I'm holding on to, is that right feeling of being stubborn about what happened, how it happened, when it happened. Not forgetting about it. Tauruses take great mental notes. Now, Scorpios, on the other hand, they take mental notes too, but they're fixed in their emotions. So however a situation made them feel, they can't let go of that. So Scorpios, this is going to be like a great time for you. And you guys, Scorpios and Tauruses, don't like letting things go, especially the past. Sometimes Tauruses stay in the past, and Scorpios, they want to move forward, but their emotions are keeping them blocked. So it's kind of like it's do or die at this point of getting rid of all this. And usually clinging on to something that isn't serving you will prevent what's really meant for you to come into your life. So Scorpio and Taurus, you guys are both very driven signs. So if you want to win, which both of you do, and want to be really in control of your power, these things are holding you back. You might think, oh, if I hold on to these, this is me, having justice for the things that I feel are right or wrong, but it's really holding you back. So it's the perfect time to loosen your grip and allow things to flow out of your life as they may. Since Scorpio is a sign that's all about control, this may not be easy at first for a lot of you, but in the long run, you'll be glad that you made this space in your life for new things to enter and to be aligned in what you're looking to do. So this is amazing eclipse today to say, you know what? I've had it, and maybe holding on to these things served me in the past, but they don't serve me anymore because maybe you're not able to get closer to people in relationships. Maybe you're not able to feel this sense of fulfillment. Maybe you're not able to, find something that really makes you happy because you're sabotaging yourself or you're limiting yourself because of things that you're holding on to. So make space in your life. Scorpio and Taurus are ruling this eclipse season, but any of you, your signs, this is what you're going to be feeling. All right, so let's go to the calendar. I know, right? This is heavy stuff, but hopefully if you connect and you can say, Marisa's forecasts are a guide. They're not like heralding gloom and doom. They're saying, here's the gloom and doom. Let's look at a way to move through it so that you have the information that most people don't have at your disposal to make this transition and use this opportunity to your advantage to break through and to have the freedom you need to have. So let's go with the 16th. All right. So it's back to summer planning, right? So I don't know what it is about the universe that I'm feeling, but there's going to be a lot of special deals on things that you did last year in the summer, or maybe many years ago. But certificates, special deals, savings to the places you went to before. Not any new places because we're in Mercury retrograde. So the next 3 days, great deals. Bookmark them in your email because you're going to miss these emails, not know where you put them. Bookmark them so you don't miss them because this could be a good time for you to get your planning done for the summer. So 17th, stay away from anything physical. Okay, high impact, tons of traffic, or very physical, mechanical, saws, anything with motors, anything very physical, mechanical. It's not a good day for people's safety physically. So you want to make sure you're not doing anything high physically or high impact. Wait till the 18th to do that. All right. I can't read my writing sometimes. So as you can see, I write everything down. So the 18th, I don't even know what this says. I'm assuming it says heavy energy. This is revisiting the past day. So, Yes, we're in a Mercury retrograde. Yes, certain people and situations come back from the past. But you have not one on this day, the possibilities, not one, but multiple encounters with past friends and loved ones, even from the other side. Usually it's the same people that kind of come around every Mercury retrograde period that you would think of in your mind. Oh, I haven't heard from this person in a while. Usually they come around. These are people who are like a big surprise that come out of the blue that you wouldn't expect, but there are lessons connected to this because of the eclipse season. Stay centered, and these people coming back around or you hearing about them or from them could stir up old emotions for you. But look at this as an opportunity for you to let those emotions arise, release, and heal rather than just shutting the door on them and be like, oh, that makes me uncomfortable. I don't really want to deal with it. So, deep healing, especially if you're doing the work, this is a great opportunity for you to release on the 18th. The 19th. Okay. So, all the days of the rest of this month, this is a harmonious day for olive branches, peace offerings, anything to come to terms with a situation you have with another person that is unforgiving. A day where you would see the higher purpose. So this is a day where you finally could see, if you look at a relationship you've been struggling with, you kind of are able to see the higher purpose, the higher reasoning behind it. Like something clicks, being like, oh, this is why I had to go through this. This is how it's going to benefit me and others in the future. There's a higher purpose, right? So it feels like resolution on this day or harmonious day for people to come together and reach understandings. This is a day that could really clear the path for you. You can have a lot of aha moments. So if somebody extends to you peace offering, if somebody kind of extends the opportunity to reach a mutual agreement or understanding of something, it could benefit everyone involved. The 20th, it's a weird day. Like, even if you go according to plan of what you had planned before, it's like a void day, like a limbo day. Like when the moon is void, of course, it's like everything you plan, it's just not working out. So I wouldn't plan anything on the 20th. I would just kind of go along with where the energy is leading. 21st, reflection of your spiritual direction and path. Where you're headed. What do you believe? Who will come with you? Reflection in the cosmos as a whole. So this is a day where you're just going to be like, what is my spiritual direction? What is my spiritual path? Maybe you had a religion that you grew up with. Maybe you were into certain teachings or books or whatever. And maybe those pathways kind of like you play them out. And now it's time to elevate your spiritual direction, your path, where you're headed, redefine what you believe, redefine what your direction is. Who's going to come with you on this path? Who's ready to come with you? Who do you want to come with you? And kind of deciding, do you want to dedicate yourself to another spiritual practice? So let's say you did yoga. Now you want to go to meditation. Let's say you did a martial art. And now you want to really get involved in a Buddhist temple or teaching. Or maybe you want to leave one religion, organized religion, and go to another for their teachings. It's kind of like a big reflection in the cosmos as a whole for people this day. The 22nd. Okay, this is interesting. Situations beyond your control. Drama, family issues that do not involve you. So the more intuitive you are, the more it's going to kind of be going around you with drama and chaos with the people that aren't kind of awake or aware of the work they need to do right now. And you're kind of like, oh my God, there's all this stuff going on around me. This could also be connected to like people in your very inner sanctum. So close friends that are like family, your family, but not like distant relatives, you know? Try not to get emotionally tied to this and just kind of be an observer in the background, because it's really going to be happening with people that aren't aware of their frequency and kind of aren't moving in that, raising their vibration frequency right now. So you're going to be seeing a lot of it, but I would say, like, if you are empathic, if you feel things, try to just remain objective, put up your energetic boundaries, listen, but let it all play out away from you, and you'll do better. 23rd, great day to make progress on a creative project you've been working on and really get some pieces together and make great strides. A fun day to get a lot of laughs, spend some time with the kids, go to an old vintage amusement park that maybe's been around a long time. Something like really old and fun and antique, something fun. The 24th, remember I was talking about those hard truths being revealed to you? This is the day that it really is intense with that. The 24th, harsh truths may present themselves about someone close to you. So, like I told you about the day before, on the 23rd, stay behind the scenes. If harsh truths are revealed to you about somebody around you, this can really cause some really intense emotions in that other person and you. And this is not a day to confront that situation. I'm going to say it again. Stay behind the scenes. You're going to feel that urge, that intensity to confront. This is not a day. It could go bad for both of you. I'll say it the third time. And if you don't listen to me, then you could say, okay, I made a free will decision not to do this. All you have to do is wait a day or two. Just once you're presented with the hard truth, stay back and allow yourself to process those intense emotions so that you could be clear and your intuition could be centered when you finally do confront this situation. You're not a basket case running around screaming, yelling, freaking out. It's just going to make you look bad. And it's like everything ends in ashes. Okay. Because everybody's all up in arms. One person always has to remain centered. So take a deep breath, allow yourself to process this, realize you had a part to play in it. Okay. And take ownership of that, acknowledge that, stay behind the scenes. 25th, Universal Energy Day. I don't even know what the heck I meant by that. So let me take a look at the date itself. The 25th. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be an opening that day of like all this stuff that we've been dealing with, all this stuff. It's going to be like, there's going to be like a day to breathe where the universal energy is going to come down and give us a day of like, oh, so much intensity. Let me just expand my energy, take a deep breath, and like connect with the fact that things are a lot bigger than we think with our personal lives. 26th, another frustrating day with paperwork. However, what you are, complicated paperwork, complicated. However, whatever you're struggling with, it will be short, no matter how intense it will be on the 26th. And you'll have some sort of resolution about this or whatever you've been going through that week, the week of the 23rd. If stuff comes up about that time, the 27th is going to provide some resolution, if not immediate resolution, the start of a resolution. So just hold tight. This could also favor legal matters, contracts, agreements, legal situations. The 27th, divine resolution day. So it's kind of like the mercy of the universe coming to you. Whatever frustrations the week brought, I was just talking about this on the 26th, you should start to see some resolution on the 27th. I'm not saying total resolution. I'm saying some resolution on the 27th. Okay. 28th or 29th, if you're planning any home renovations or repairs or lengthy projects at home, I'm not talking larger projects. I'm not talking about rearranging the space. I'm not talking about, adding a blind. I'm talking about major renovations, repairs, or stuff you've been putting off. This is the ideal weekend in May to do it because things are going to get really busy in June and exciting. This isn't just reorganizing or cleaning. This is a larger planning project. If you have to repaint the whole house, if you have to fix something mechanical, redo something, fix something, anything to do with repairs or home projects. May 30th. Lower energy day for all your activities, but best for finances to kind of make everything, tailor it down a little bit more and make everything make sense for you financially. Some people do their finances on the first of the month. I would say take that 2 days just so there's no confusion with your finances. Start that process on the 30th. 31st is a celebration day, so you might be celebrating something small or large. Sometimes our small wins are just as important. 31st is a great day. We're into June. June 1st. This is when you're going to focus on your vehicle, car care, service needs. Make sure all your inspections, registrations, maintenance is all up to date. Some of you may already be like way beyond the time frame where you have to get these things done. Usually there's 3 red days before the retrograde ends. So that's the first, second, and third. Actually, the 31st, first and second, because the retrograde's ending on the third. But you don't just want to start doing stuff the third day because those are the red days. Those are the most intense days. And then the retrograde has to ease out. So a lot of people are like start of the retrograde, end of the retrograde. They don't realize that 3 days before it starts and 3 days after it ends are very intense days, probably the worst of everything. The middle is where you're a little bit more sane. So usually the end of the retrograde talked about on June 3rd. Oh, we're not on June 2nd. June 2nd, I have fake news day. Don't believe anything you hear. Okay. Somebody tells you some gossip, might be fake. Maybe they don't know it. I'm not saying that they're telling you a lie, but the media putting stuff out there on the 2nd, friends, family, gossip, anything you hear, wait till the 3rd. They might have it off. You might have it off. Don't believe what you hear. Don't get up in arms what you hear. It might all be confused or confusing. End of the retrograde. Like I said, it's usually 3 days in a row. We're going to have kind of a checker effect coming out of this retrograde. So like domino effect in the next couple days, other than a 3-day end period that normally is like a just 1, 2, 3, it's going to be checkered effect. So June 3rd, it's going to be a good day, like where things are moving quickly and not any complications. They're like, okay, the retrograde's ending. I feel the relief. The 4th, it's like, boom, back at it again. Then the 5th, you're up again. Everything's moving, flowing. You're like, okay, I can breathe. The retrograde's ending. Nope, the 6th tanks again. Okay, so this is the 7th is really, even though it ends on the 3rd, the 7th is really where you're going to feel a lot of relief. And the 8th and the 9th, you could finally take a deep breath and move in a new direction. The 9th, you could start planning to move more ahead, but with caution. Okay, so anything you start planning, you're going to see a little bit of movement at that time. And the 10th, I don't know. It's really all the work that you've done in May with all of these releases and forgiveness and movement and things purging. It's like when you have a procedure done, it's like you're numb for a little while and then it kind of like hits you. I feel on the 10th, it's going to kind of be that day where it's like, even though you've held on to all this stuff that wasn't serving you, there's still going to be grief because it was your friend for a long time, whether that's anxiety, depression, holding on to anger, resentment, fear, whatever it is. It kept you comfortable. It kept you in a safe place where you didn't have to really take a risk outside your comfort zone, even though it made you miserable, whatever it was. The 10th is where you're going to start to feel the loss and the grief, which is why you didn't get rid of it in the first place. You don't want to feel that. And then the 11th is your master number day for June. And it's like, wow, spiritual experience day. If you can move through that 10th and not distract yourself from those hard feelings and feel them, move through them, heal them, the 11th could be a day where you have an intense and profound spiritual awakening or experience. Now, spiritual awakenings don't mean that God has to come down in a burning bush. It could just be that you have something small that happens that is like, wow, this is so cool, or your personality feels like it's changed, or you feel a release, or whatever it is. If you can get through the 10th without pushing those things down that are going to come up. And the 12th is going to be like, oh my God, I just went through all this. It's time to plan a vacation, right? So 12th, 13th, and 14th, these are the days where either you go on vacation, get away. And you can't plan it before that because the retrograde and the eclipses are going to mess it all up. It could be spontaneous on the 12th, 13th, and 14th, or you can start planning that exciting time for your summer, 12th, 13th, 14th. I'd recommend around water because all those emotional energies are very much water energy. And the 15th is just kind of like just a regular old day. I don't see much happening, but the 12th, 13th, and 14th is when you want to really plan something fun because you've been through a lot. And for those of you that are intuitive, you've done the work and you've had to purge a lot and you've had to go through a lot and you've kind of been, I mean, tossed and turned. It's like a boat on, in a storm, and you finally come into calmer waters. And it's like, get out of the boat, get on the island, go have a good time. This is a really great time. It could even be a time of proposals, marriage, commitments uh, to the other person. So, surprise, surprise. If you're waiting on a proposal here, it could be coming during those 3 days, or just a renewal of love and bonds and exciting things. This is a surprise in love and romance for you. So, like I said, the 15th is just a day. Keep to your schedule, keep to your routine, and we will be seeing you next month. A lot's going to be changing here in our with our content. So if you watch the lounge, we're going to be interviewing. We're going to be going spiritual in this next. Usually every 3 months, we change up our content with the types of interviews we're doing. And this is our Friday night show. We have our live music. We do our interviews, and we usually change up our format. And I'm interested. I took some polls from some of you guys, and I'm interested in researching some near death experiences, what heaven was like for some people that came back. These are going to be compelling, deep interviews. And we're going to start basically this Friday. We're going to have somebody coming on who is going to be talking about her near death experience. And I hope that you guys will watch on Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, just click the link below. You'll be notified when the show is going live. Or if you're on Facebook, make sure you like the page. Because on YouTube, whenever we go live, it actually emails you and notifies you so you can interact with us at that time and be reminded of the show. So we're going to be bringing on people with past lives, all sorts of things coming up in the next couple months for our summer season. Really looking forward to that. And yeah, so it was good hanging out with you guys for a monthly energy forecast. I'm going to end this right now and get this out to you. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your week, and just hang tight. You'll get through it. All right. Bye-bye.